you.
Perfect. What can I answer for you?
Okay, so I've got a question about systems. So we've got some good systems in our business with like our POS and our accounting and like our scheduling staff, but feeling like we need to build capacity in our business and systemize some other areas. So we wanted to ask what systems are crucial for a business to implement and how do we go about systematizing our business?
Very, very good question. All right. So what I would do, the way I would start systemizing, and I'm always hell-bent on going video. I think there's basically three ways you can document. You can do video, photo, or text. And that's a really good idea. However, my preference would be video because I think you lose ambiguity, right? It's much clearer to get the task right having watched it than it is to read it. So I would definitely tend to go that way, right? So what industry are you in?
I run a cafe.
Perfect. What's the
hospitality?
What's the general age of the staff?
We've got a heap of juniors, so like teenagers, and then we've got some senior staff who are about like mid-30s, 40s.
What sort of roles do the junior staff do?
So they do like a lot of cleaning and like sweeping up. Like
is it fair to say then,
this
is where I thought you were going, is it fair to say then that the junior staff are doing lower end tasks?
Yes.
Perfect. That's where I would start.
Yep.
So, the way I would do an organizational chart of my business, right? So, basically just boxes, different departments, who's in what roles. And then I would systemize from the bottom of my org chart up to the top rather than top down. So I would rather take the routine tasks, like whatever the most routine, low value tasks are, they were the ones I would systemize first. And there's a few reasons for that. Firstly, those staff are generally more transient. Okay, so it means that you're spending less time training because you've captured the IP. And secondly, those tasks are the most routine. So you actually get more bang for your buck in a way because you're systemizing the tasks that are repeated most often. So that's the reason why I would start at the bottom of the org chart, right? And so literally what I would do is I would grab one of your staff and say, right, we want to systemize your entire role over the next 1 month or whatever time frame you've got, and just do a brain dump with them on a big sheet and say, right, what is everything you do broken down into small steps, right? And maybe this is done over more than one sitting. Maybe you just make a coffee and you go, okay, well, I open the shop in the morning, I count the till in the morning, I turn the alarm off in the morning, I turn the fridges on, computers on. So you just do a brain dump and then literally just then just start filming, right? And that can be as rogue as an iPhone. It literally can be a smartphone as long as you have a half decent speaker. You could be as rogue as an iPhone on a stand filming, because we're not interested in producing Steven Spielberg. We're interested in producing stuff that people can replicate, right? So starting at the bottom of the organization, just start filming people doing the task they're doing. You don't need to stage it and do it another time. That's the beauty of video. You get to film it while it's being done, therefore no downtime.
Yeah.
And then obviously you're going to build a library of video systems, and then you've just got to put them somewhere, right? Whether that's up in Dropbox and give people access, or whether you just stick them all on a computer in files for each individual role. That can be as sophisticated or unsophisticated as you like. But you can imagine if you took one of your entry-level roles, right, and you systemize it, you produced 48 videos on how to do their job. When they quit, it's much easier to train the next person, right? Because you can just sit down and say to the next person, right, the first 3 hours of your job with me is watching video 1 to 48. They're going to be short 2, 3, 4 minute videos, and then they're back to work. And you're going to get them back to work faster, and they're going to make less mistakes because they would have seen how to do their job rather than read it on paper.